Hey everybody, welcome back to a new year and a new set of Guitar in the Real World videos. I thought I would start the new year off with some stuff which may be useful to anybody out there. So today's lesson is really basic. I'm just going to talk about a really simple little thing to do with picking. Now, alternate picking with the plectrum, as we all know, can be quite labour intensive, especially once you get up into the realms of playing at a higher velocity. One of the things that I have found over the years is that certain things the picking is not a problem, other things the picking is a problem. Now I think we all know, if we have any experience of guitar playing, that one of the areas that causes the most trouble is picking in the opposite direction to the string that you're going to next. So as an example, if you're going to go from your high E string and you're going to go down to the B string, and you're going to go downstroke, upstroke. So inside out picking, basically. Down, up, down, up. That's slightly less strenuous than going up, down, up, down. And the same process can happen across all the pairs of strings. And we're just talking about adjacent strings here. This doesn't really involve any kind of string skipping. That's a whole other ball game, and that's where it becomes more advanced again. So anyway, having identified that this problem with picking direction is the area that tends to trip people up quite a lot, certainly trips me up. I've seen a couple of examples of exercises that you can do to help work on this technique. The great Jake Wilson put something up a couple of years ago when he did a series of videos before he released his albums, a kind of a promotional thing. And he did a great thing in 7/8 to improve your alternate picking across strings. This is probably a little bit more simplistic as an exercise, but the idea is the same. It's to concentrate on picking that inside out picking. So what I've chosen to do is do a little 5-note cell, which happens starting up high, 3 notes per string and then 2 notes per string. So it's going to be like this. I'll just play the figure nice and slowly. So it's down, up, down, up, down. So you just start on the downbeat. Then I've happened to do this in the key of A, but any key will do. So that's C sharp, E, A, down to the F sharp, and you can. Okay, so now there's a reverse version of this where we are going to now go up from the lowest note in this pattern, but we're going to do 2 notes, then 3. So the number of notes you play on the corresponding string kind of stays the same. The reason we're going down, up, down, up, like that, 2, 3, is because we're again picking in the opposite direction to the string that we're going for. So we're going down, up, and then we're going across to the A string with the downstroke. There you go, so. Okay, so it's a really simple idea. And you can find a tempo that you're comfortable with to start this off. So let's say, for the sake of argument, we're going to start at 110 BPM, which is quite quick. And in reverse. That was okay. What I find happens with me is that once I get to a tempo that I'm not so comfortable with, I have a tendency to play the first note, the downbeat, early, so as to not be late with the rest of them, if that makes sense. So I'm coming in with my, if if I'm not careful, my first note comes early because I don't feel that I can trust myself to get through those notes. And also trying to get them all to ring clearly and all the notes to speak clearly, because once you get past a certain velocity, again, there's a tendency to sort of miss out this note here when you're doing the string cross, because you're worrying about getting to the next string. And in fact, I think I missed the second note out there. So trying to get every single note to have the same intensity is a really beneficial thing to look out for. So with this exercise, take it up through the tempo bands that you feel comfortable with, adding 10 BPM, 20 BPM, or whatever. There's a school of thought that once you're on your limit, you should try and push 20 BPM further. That may work for you, that may not. Okay, one other thing you can do with this is you can actually turn it into a cycle. What happens there is, because it's an odd number of notes, when you start the cycle again, your picking direction will be reversed. So it'll be down, up, down, like so, and then the same here. Like so. So, nice little simple exercise. Great warm up as well if you're feeling like you need to get your fingers going. Yeah, there's nothing particularly advanced about this, but it's a really nice way of just honing a little technical thing that can trip people up quite a lot. Okay, we'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers.